And good morning and welcome to day 6 of the AMMNA Championships. The Australian men's and mixed netball played in Australia with the best of the country here. So we are down in Adelaide, and a chilly Adelaide it is. And we are watching Queensland versus Tasmania in the elimination final, 4th and 5th position. And I am commentating here with Nick from Tasmania.
How you going, Max?
Yeah, good, thanks.
I'm definitely looking forward to a good game today. They've had two really close encounters. The Tassies actually led most of the second one, and Queensland was able to pull it back. So it'll be very interesting to see how the coaches deal with the pressure from today, and it'll be an interesting result.
It will be interesting. The coaches have been entertaining this week. So basically, I've coached the Resi's competition for the last couple of years, and I love it. Oh, Queensland has scored, and it is 1-0. The competition is so tight. Anybody could be in the grand final. You know, every game it comes down to a couple of goals.
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
right.
exciting.
Yeah, and I've actually coached our Resi's team before as well. So yeah, it's definitely interesting to see how tight the competition is now. Like, it's not just the dark blue sitting right up the top there. So it's actually it's good to see everyone actually having a go and getting in and at close games.
And Queensland scored their second goal. I remember Tassie giving us a run for our money when we played in Sydney.
Yeah, I was actually coach.
Yes, and I coached the Resi boys then. Step. So we had a stepping call, took that ball very fast, which is unusual because Brad Beaton is quite a qualified player. He's been around a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, he got his start living in Tasmania but playing for Victoria.
Is that how I know his face as well?
Yeah, he played in the development 20 side, I think it was. And then we entered and he came and played for us, thankfully. So
that's nice.
He's done a lot of work on his fitness, on his game,
and his
leadership.
shooting, no doubt. Look at that goal.
I don't think he needs to do anyway. He's always been a phenomenal shooter.
He has, yeah. It's great to see some regular faces keep coming back. It shows you that how passionate they are about men's netball.
Yes.
And how much they enjoy it.
Yes, that's true.
So we have another nice quick goal there from the Queensland side with Zach Dunphy scoring. And a Tasmanian centre pass. Yes, and another player that I've noticed that I've coached against before is your goalkeeper.
Ollie Bryant?
Oh, yes. I think he had slightly longer hair then, though.
Yes, definitely.
And I saw him again this week, and I was like, oh, he's back too. That's great. Same with your goal shooter, James.
James, our big boss, our president.
Yes, I saw him at the AGM, and Tassie are now affiliated members. They've done their 3-year stint or whatever it was that they had to do to qualify.
Yeah, I was actually the president back in the day.
Oh, really? That's awesome. I'm vice president this year. Normally a coach, now I'm coach convener.
Yeah. So yeah, James, myself, and Charlie, or Matt Charlesworth, kind of got it off the ground after a long break, and
great, yeah.
And we haven't looked back. So it is. I've done a lot of work to try and do it, and James took over, and it's all come to fruition, which is brilliant. But,
it is.
But Renee's going to want to get Ollie on his feet and try and slow Zach down there in that goal circle. So.
Yes. No, I was so happy. To be honest, I didn't realise that you had to do a preliminary time fielding teams to be then accepted as an affiliated member. So I was really shocked at the AGM when we had to vote that we accepted you, and I was like, of course we accept them. Without them, we're not Australia.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure it's a written rule, but
okay.
We put a really formal application together about 3 years ago. So actually probably longer with the COVID, but so they might have went, how about we just make sure they're going to hang around for a while.
I see.
And we've done mixed and men's once, and then this is the first time we brought a junior team over. So.
Oh wow! Well done. Yeah. It can only go up from here.
I hope so. WA's a long way away in distance and next year, but yes, definitely hoping we can bring 3, if not 4 teams.
Oh, that's wonderful. And it's so important that we have that balance for everybody to play.
Yes.
So right now the score's 4-2, Queensland's way. I think both teams are trying to warm up still. It's a bit chilly here. And once they get their mojo happening and focus, I think it's going to be a goal-for-goal game, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a lovely summer day for Tasmania, Max.
It's a winter's day for Queensland. Oops. So we have a contact call against Queensland goal attack. Luke Cameron, I think it was contact, might have been obstruction.
Definitely.
It was contact.
Contact, yeah.
Yep. And Tassie in possession. Beautiful, nice bullet pass there from your centre, Ryan Cooper. Straight into James Adams.
Now, Ryan Cooper was actually in our first team when we were in the lime green when we came over. He was a 16-year-old boy.
Oh, wow. That is so good. I love that bit of history that's around. And yesterday I was commentating, and it was a Western Australia game, and they've got 2 players in their mixed team that have played their 50th game for their mixed team for Western Australia. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And, okay, we have Queensland in possession of the ball.
Contact on Ollie.
Goalkeeper contact. And Queensland scores. It's only 5-3. We're 6 minutes in. And that's quite a low score for this division to start off with. It shows you that it's really just goal for goal, play for play at the moment.
And high pressure. The game is very defensive at all levels.
Yeah, I find this whole grade, every single team is almost match for match.
Yeah.
There's not like just a good shooter and a good goal attack or a good defender and a good middle quarter. The whole team on every team is solid across the court.
Yes,
and that's why I love Resi Men's.
Yes.
Every single game is a tough one. Mind you, I've come home with a few extra grey hairs over the years, but it's a solid competition. There's no big wins.
No. And when we first entered, yes, there was. There was a lot of strength, like I said, in the dark blue, but over the years, it's
we're catching up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, all of us.
And I must say, Queensland, since Tassie's been around, Queensland's growth has been phenomenal.
Yes,
really stepped up with their professionalism, both on and off court.
Thank you.
And skills like.
That amazing skill from Ryan Freestone. So, basically, I told Ryan the other day in a commentation, I said, oh, look at that athleticism. And he's like, I'm athletic, everybody, I'm athletic. Well, there it is.
Yes.
He just did it again. See, you are athletic, Ryan. Yeah, no, it's we are growing. We're getting stronger and stronger, and our trials are getting bigger and bigger and harder and harder.
Yes, and your junior development is phenomenal.
Yes, and we've got another layer of that junior development starting this year, which is very exciting. We've got a whole subcommittee just for junior development now, and we hope to travel the whole state doing clinics. Oh, lovely
Bradley.
shot by James Adams. Wow.
That
was Brad Beaton.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant that. Beautiful
They both
goal.
have magical shots, so it's hard to, and can shoot from everywhere.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Although Queensland's doing a good job of stopping and getting in there, so it's the best way to stop them shooting.
That's right, and it's that pressure on the outside that is really important. Like, you can't just rely on goal defence and goalkeeper to stop the goal. Hey?
No.
It starts all the way down the court, hands over.
Yes, I'm a defender, so it makes my job a lot easier when the centre court.
It does. So just now,
very
Corey
nice palm pass
from Queensland and wing defence came across to defend. Both the defences in the circle moving, so that pass has to be well placed and timed.
Yes, that's right.
And Tassie did that, and now they're 5 goals. Yes. Queensland are 8, but we've got Ollie down.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have been just taking a rest from trying so hard.
Zach used his body very well. And
yes.
Ollie jumps a lot, so he does tend to end up on the ground. But
he's so strong, it's so hard to defend when they're like that.
Yes.
They're like a brick wall. Well done, Ryan. He read that play so well and got the ball, got their hand to it, but didn't keep it in control. But that's fine. Slow Tassie down, that's all you want.
Oh, then again, the tip.
And once again, that athleticism to get that ball.
He's going to enjoy this.
He was so chuffed to be called athletic. Oh, yes. They're all, quite really good quality players.
Yes, that's right.
And here we go again. He gets that tip from the rebound.
Great boxing out there and getting James stuck under the post.
Queensland have got possession again. Zach drives out from the shooting circle. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get his full hands to it.
No, great pressure from Ollie, just making him concerned about the body and not fully extending there. There's the press.
That's right, yep.
fully implemented by most teams in this tournament I've seen.
Absolutely. And it's so hard. It really takes the brain game to get out of it, not just fast skills.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Speed and catching and throwing. It takes thinking.
Yeah, well, that was proof that the old long ball, just a plain old long ball, doesn't beat it. You've got to be in the right spot.
Exactly. Oh, beautiful shot by Damo. And they've changed on us again, so we've now got Damien. I think it's Gennaro. Yep.
Yep.
In goal attack. Beautiful shot there. Zach holds his space and Ollie is stuck. And he wants to call time. Ollie wants to call time.
I think he's hurt his ankle.
Yep. I think maybe when I thought he was having that rest, he may have just twitched something.
No, he doesn't normally grab his body if he's not super sore, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I just saw him say ankle.
Yeah. But luckily we've got Cam Martin who can go in with Hamish, and he's actually been the captain of the under-23s Australian side, Cameron has, when he played for Victoria. So a lot of leadership and experience on that court.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
So now who's in centre? We've got
Ryan Cooper's still there.
Ryan's now into centre. Okay, just so I know who I'm talking about. Oh, he is in centre already. He was still there.
We have...
Oh, they must have brought a new player on. I see what you mean.
Yeah, we have young Raiden Creswell in wing defence.
Coach gave him the wrong bibs. He's got 2 goal defences. That's okay. It happens. It's really hard when all those bibs look the same.
Yeah, that's right.
So the score is 11-6. Goal defence from Tassie comes out and covers that pass, but Queensland pops it over the back of him and ball's in the circle. They didn't keep possession and lost it over the back line. So we've got Damien trying to pass around the post to Zach. Didn't come off. Oh, or did it? Oh, no, contact call against goal defence.
Yeah, young Raiden Creswell's in wing defence, Max.
Oh, thank you, Tar. Raiden, what a nice name. Okay, ball's out of court again, see? Just shows you that every single thing has to be worked to keep.
Yes, some very, very good pressure, high hands and athleticism from the wing defence, so yeah.
Exactly, so we've got the Queensland circle playing the split circle defence rather than the one-on, and it's as the boys come in, then they pick their player up. And Tassie overruled that, so it's 12-7 to Queensland with a Queensland centre pass.
Yes, no, Tassie will be looking forward to trying to add some pressure.
That definitely was pressure because Damien had to really lunge forward to get that ball, and I thought it was a bit of a drag, but as the umpire's trying to see 5 things and get to the back line, she missed that.
Yes,
and that happens to all of us.
Yeah, I must say the umpiring has been pretty good. A very quick 3 seconds for this tournament, as Heath and I were discussing the other night on stream, but that everyone's had to adjust, and it's been consistent the whole week, so it's been good to see. Great
defence by Queensland. Every single player was in that play with their hands over, and that's how they end up with the ball.
Just a bit of miscommunication there, but this is where Tassie needs to keep their composure.
And
well done, intercepted by Cameron.
Again, same thing, miscommunication. Wing defence was driving deeper, and goal attack thought he was going to cut forward.
Yes, that's right.
That's okay. That's what pressure of finals does. And after a week of slugging it out in really tough games, it's that's what happens to us.
And this is game 11.
Oh yeah.
Game 11 for this division.
Wow.
I think it's the most. The mixed reserve competition had 10 as well, but they actually lost some when that little air conditioner malfunctioned. So,
yes, exactly, and they had court issues, so they got their draw rearranged.
Yeah, but no, 10 games is a lot of damage to the body and a lot of rehydration and recovery.
And 10 tight games.
Yes.
And what people don't understand in the men's netball is every single pass is contested tightly. It's pushed further, it's jumped higher, it's run faster, and it's tough. You've got to be physically and mentally fit to be able to push through it.
Yes,
and that's why I love men's netball.
Yeah, no, and it's a keeper's job to make a shooter get fatigued, because as soon as they fatigue, it's harder to shoot.
That's right.
And then in the centre court, if you can fatigue your opposition player, then they might have to sit, and then fresh legs come on, and you're nice and warm, so you take the advantage.
That's right. That's exactly right. So Tassie really pushed Zach Dunphy up there and meant that he couldn't get up for the ball.
Yeah.
Backline throw-in, but Queensland did end up converting from that, so that was easy. That was a good thing for Queensland.
And another break.
But this young keeper is doing a good job.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he has a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Has been a very good goal defence and gives everything when he goes back in the goalkeeper.
That's right. And the thing that Zach is doing that's really a talent as a goal shooter is he's just planting himself. Instead of being manipulated and moving off his space, he's holding his space and he's letting the team bring it to him and popping at that last moment, or dictating where he wants that ball. It's so hard to defend.
And with 30 seconds to go, Queensland will be looking for another score.
Yes, and nice pass there from Damo into Zach. A nice little tricky one, bounce pass under the hands of the Tasmanian defenders. It's now 17-8. But it doesn't feel like that. Even though 17-8 is the score, I feel like it's quite even watching
on court it feels even. But
yeah. Another Queensland score, and Tassie are going to try and put in a quick one. Quick James, turn and shoot, and he gets it. He nailed it. Oh, talk about under pressure. 18-9.
Very tightly contested first quarter, but
that's right.
Unfortunately, Queensland was able to capitalise on turnovers and have gone in with a very handy break.
Yes, yes. Okay, so we'll leave you now and we'll be back shortly.
Thanking our weekly sponsor, Harrison's Kitchens. Looking for a new kitchen, a fresco kitchen, or a custom joinery item? Harrison's Kitchens and Cabinets are celebrating 20 years this year. 20 years of supplying and installing true custom joinery with you in mind. Kitchens and joinery. All budgets, many material options with many special rates for the South Australian netball community. Look them up on Facebook, Instagram, or search up www.harrisonkitchens.com.au.
And we're back. So everybody's had their little instructions from their coach. They're coming out. They look hot, but I'm cold. Tassie's still going here.
I've actually just taken off a layer, Max.
It's actually a really different temperature. It's really dry. Like my hands feel really chafed because the air's not moist like it is at home.
Yeah. The change I can see is James Adams has come out to goal attack for Taz, and Brad's gone back to goal shooter. And over the back contact call early on Hamish.
And we've got Luke Cameron in centre, and Brian Williams in Andrew Williams. That's Brian Williamson's in another team. Andrew Williams in wing attack. Our defence end hasn't changed at all. And our attack end is just our mid-court. Our mid-centre.
Yes, Queensland's definitely kept that pressure up. They
Yeah.
want to keep going with this lead. And
The three of them, all three of the circle defenders, they're just connected. When they're on fire, it's like they don't even have to talk. They
Yeah.
just, if one's going left, the other one knows to stay or go right, you know?
Right. No, they're definitely very pretty
Yep.
to watch.
And Corey can go back into the circle as well, and it's like nothing's been changed.
Yeah, nice.
They all just move so well together.
So one thing I've noticed with COVID is that we've actually been able to have people training for a lot more time together and get familiarised.
2 years of training for the
Yeah.
Nationals.
And there's James Adams with that very recognisable shot. And he's, I have a feeling he'll put this team on his back and start to carry him
Lovely.
towards.
And that's
getting
what
closer.
everybody wants, really good, strong game. So it's 19-11. So in these games, it doesn't matter what the score is, it's only what the score is on the last whistle.
And Brad Beaton with that long bomb. And so 3 goals in a row for Tassie has helped bring that back to 19-12.
7 goals of difference already.
Yes, yeah, no, and that's the ability Taz has.
Yeah, and that's not a lot to make up in netball. Not in men's netball, especially.
No, it's about less than a minute and a half.
Yep. So Damo got caught out in the pocket there, and the defence had pushed him out. So he had to play really smart there and just take a nice tidy pass to reset himself back into the circle. He ends up with a ball and scored. So that was clever.
Yep.
Nice, and sometimes just simple netball works.
Yeah,
Doesn't
definitely.
always have to be, the Larry lobs or glory passes. So Ryan's out of play. Little pop over to Brad, and Tasmania scores.
Yes, and our attack end, James and Brad, they just have this intuition with each other. They can feel each other going, and when it's working, it looks phenomenal.
What a nice little intercept there by the Tassie goalkeeper.
Young right, I'll keep it Hamish, yes.
Yeah, he just went, yeah. So now the Queensland guys have to not take it for granted that they're only dealing with their own opponents.
Yes, that's right.
He just popped out of nowhere then.
Yeah, and that's the downside to having Zach staying very low is it gives Hamish an extra pass to be able to pop up. If that doesn't work, obviously, if Hamish is out of position, it goes straight into Zach under
Exactly,
the post.
yes, yeah. Had he have not got that, then it's a home alone pass.
But yeah, they definitely have the speed down there, as the Queensland defence has proven to pick off those passes. So
what was that call? I missed that. I was too busy watching.
Contact in the circle.
Oh, right, okay. And nice little pass across to Zach Dunphy and a score.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You can see wing attack saying, "Whoa," and both players were doing it, so let it go. It's a contest.
Right. That's exactly right. The contest. Yeah.
Another nice shot from Brad. Wow.
Enough pressure to force them to go back
Exactly,
there.
Luke had to turn around to see who really wanted the ball then.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that nobody wanted it. It was just that Tassie was in front.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
I think they probably tried to set up the wall there in area to fend them. Unfortunately, a bit of miscommunication, and Alex Beswick has kind of followed his player and left that hole open there.
Again, Tassie, patience.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, just patience. They didn't have a free option, so they just took the first safe option to get it through, and they did get it through. Unfortunately, the goal was missed, and now Queensland tips it away. And we have Tasmania with a throw in and trying to get that ball back into the circle. And that was lucky for Tassie, unlucky for Queensland centre Luke Cameron. Gives him back the possession with that little contact, and now we have an obstruction or contact, and a goal for Tassie.
Yeah, we can tell Tassie's picked up the accuracy and the pressure it went with their shooting. So there's a few more contacts in the circle given away by Queensland. They had a pretty clean first quarter.
Yeah.
That long pass to Zach is pretty hard to beat.
It is hard. I think I often say, when my defenders say to me, what can I do? I just can't get to the ball. And it's like, if it's a perfect pass,
Yes.
there's nothing you can do. And a good shooter will always, if you're front, the shooter will go back. If you're back, the shooter goes front. Like, they'll always turn it against you. So it means the whole team around you has to be defending as well.
That's right.
You can't just rely on the keeper goal defence to stop that shot.
No, well, the shooter's job is to defend, to shoot, and if they're doing their job, they're going to keep shooting. So
That's right.
Aim is to, like I said, try and stop it before it enters the circle. It's the best way to do it. And young Raiden with a hand in there. And
yeah, great contest. Both players just both coming out for the ball. No infringement.
no.
Just nobody got it. And it bounces back into Tassie's possession, and James does a little decoy and pops over to Brad, and it's, again, nice, tidy netball.
And a break for Tassie, so
Yeah.
23-17 on the score.
Oops. Contact by the Queensland goal attack there, and Tassie keeps possession. Yeah. Again,
Working that circle.
Queensland just working that communication, creates that pressure,
Yeah, that's
and that's how they end up with the ball. Because all you can, when you look up and all you can see is the opposition's colour, it's quite intimidating.
Yes, that's right.
And they're not little boys either. They're quite tall and strong, and they're smart.
Yes, that's true.
Smart players make it. Well, there you go. Queensland, the whole team except for Brian in centre, wing attack, were all down this side, and a Tasmanian player in between them and the ball.
That's right.
As a coach, I'm always saying to players, don't get caught on the sideline. By the time you cross that back transverse line, you need to be looking for the middle channel,
Yes.
because that opens up more options.
That's correct.
On the sideline, you've only got one.
Yeah.
One or out. Up. Tassie, great.
And ruined all that good work.
That was wonderful work, and Tassie took that ball down so, not so much easy, but quickly, and Ryan Freestone just shut it down.
Yeah, and that'll definitely teach Ryan Cooper, our Tasmania centre, to have in his basket the old balk. Brad is very good at, so is James, is doing his preliminary moves out and then roll them. So
we've got Zach with really strong hold there. It's so hard to beat.
And Ollie's back on, I see.
Yes.
24-17.
May have strapped his ankle again and made sure everything was fine. Okay, so we've got Cameron Gennaro doing quite a bit of work out the front here, which we've got one player in each channel. That really opens up the court and means less pressure.
Yes.
When everyone starts crossing and running into each other's pathway, makes it so much easier for the players to pick it off, the opposition.
Yeah, and when you're down, it's hard to not have everyone trying to get their hands on
Absolutely.
the ball.
Yep.
So it creates congestion, and it actually disadvantages you. So.
And that's right, and it puts pressure on your thinking.
Yeah.
And then you do silly things.
So now Coach Renee has made a change and put Nathan, our fresh-faced first-year player, in the goals.
Excellent.
Maybe to give Brad a bit of a rest. And
So the reason, as a coach, that some of us do that is when the defence have figured out what the shooters do, if you change it up with that rolling subs, which is a fabulous, but I think it's worked a treat this year at our nationals. Now the defenders have to go, what does he do? I've got to switch my defence now that's been working.
Yes.
So it puts that little bit of pressure and second guessing in the defender's head.
Yes, 100% agree.
So we've had a player on the floor, which means wet surface, and now the umpire's called time to wipe it up because the floorboards here, the slightest moisture, it's like an ice skating rink.
So I actually find this is actually the best court for traction. The dust seems to pop in on show court a little bit, and our court 4 is very, very dusty. So
I never noticed that.
they'll really enjoy playing on this court, I think. But yes, you are right. As soon as a little bit of sweat gets on the court, it does make it hard to get moving.
Yes.
Yeah, 26-17.
And Queensland centre pass. So we've got Corey Rob Gwynn bringing that ball through nice and patiently. Oh, yeah.
Just got his feet caught up there.
Yeah, that's a shame. I sort of feel that was a little bit forced through. Maybe one more pass in that centre channel would have given him a bit more time to get free.
Oh, well done. Great pace.
Yep. Oops. That one was a fraction late. And
Yeah.
I think he knew that. Oh, no, he didn't get pulled up, but I think he was waiting to stand out of play on that one.
Yeah, I actually think the umpire might have got caught looking for the is he still in bounds position.
Ah.
They missed the hands, unfortunately, but
Yes.
anyway, you could have play to the whistle.
That's right. And you win some and you lose some.
Yes, that's all right.
They can't see everything. There's some stats going around about the 120 things that happen within in 1 minute, you know, to a game. I don't know what it is, but it's like when you read it, it's like, wow.
Well, there's the stat in a game for an umpire, the amount of decisions they've got to make.
Yes.
When they've got to look, they've got 3
yes.
seconds to look at stepping, contact, obstructions.
That's right. And then the holding outside the circle, plus
yes.
she's running at the same time and not looking where she's running because she's watching the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I once got concussed running down the court watching the game, and another player came out of nowhere and just took me out.
Oh, wow.
Everyone thought it was funny. I didn't even know it happened. I was unconscious on the floor.
Good hand there from Cameron.
Yes, and great challenge there by Corey Rob Gwynn, just like doing his best to get to those balls. Challenged every pass. Ryan attempt that pass, just misses. Caleb Meredith just misses. Ooh. And, Tassie misses that goal. And James Contacts just trying to get that rebound. You can see him a bit disappointed with himself. But
yes, the A badge umpire in him just came out. He believes that wasn't a contact, maybe. So.
Yeah. Sometimes more knowledge is not good. I have the same problem as a coach, being an umpire as well. You sort of go. In Queensland scores, the score is 27-19. But Tassie have had a lot of possession.
Yes, they definitely have. Yeah, the goals aren't quite going in at the moment. Another miss there, unfortunately.
And contact by our debutant shooter.
Yeah, Nathan.
A few debutants in this team, as much as we have some quality netball players, it's their first nationals.
Yeah, Tassie's got young Nathan goal shooter, Raiden wing defence, and young Eddie on the bench their first time. Everyone else is at least back for 2. James is at 5. I think Brad and Cameron are pretty close behind him, so.
That's excellent. Okay, so we've got Queensland centre pass. Beautiful pop out from the Andrew there at wing attack. He's so fast.
Yes.
Oops. Oh, yeah. Oh. Unfortunately, hit the post. That's on court pass. Yep. Tassie end up with possession, and Damien gets pulled up for contact. From this side, you could see that he just got in front to tip that ball away, but unfortunately the umpire's over there.
Yeah, I would have thought he might have thought that he'd gone through the hands, but it did look pretty clean from our angle, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I said,
Coach
you
is
win
making some changes
you lose
here.
some, yes. So we've got Luke Cameron on now at goal attack, Jonathan Jagger at centre, Zach's coming off for a little bit of a rest, and Damien's gone back to shooter. Right. Tassie aren't backing out of anything. They're being really closely trying to deny Queensland getting to that drive that they want, which is what their job is.
Yes.
When you're in not in possession.
Yeah, that's right. And it is our game. Well, not a game plan, but we are pretty well known for that the physical game and making every ball work. So there's a fine line between that and going onto the dirty side. And I think we play it pretty well. So
absolutely. And again, it's the difference. There's contact. Oh, Tassie, beautiful shot. Contact. It only becomes contact once there's interference in the opponent's play, accidentally or deliberately. So if two men are both running full on at a ball and neither are interfered with, it's not contact.
That's definitely how I see it.
Yep, that's what the rule says too.
When you're playing at the elite level, I do feel that we're allowed to contest a lot more than the old social games. But,
club level, yes. And we've got Queensland centre bar. Oh, no, yep, it's taken.
Delaying, yes. They did happen to wait for the goal, the wing attack to get into position. So
Okay, that's
caution for delay.
one of those things.
It's one of them instant delay cautions, unfortunately.
Oh, she brought it forward. That's okay.
Well, she hasn't blown time on at the moment, so we're going to bring the ball back. 14 seconds to go, 30-21. Taz will be looking for a quick score to...
Oh, unfortunately, it went straight through their hands. James' frustration there, I think. Just... And time.
Yes.
We've got 30-21. Queensland leading. Just in those last few seconds, it got a bit scrappy.
Yes, yeah, I think so. Maybe a bit of fatigue setting in.
Yeah,
So
and not really knowing what's going on and tips and so on.
No.
Maybe not happy with an advance call.
So, hopefully the coaches can calm them down and they can catch their breath and
That's
we
right.
can come out for another really good, strong second half.
Only 9 goals of difference.
Yes, that's
Still
right.
anybody's game.
Yes.
We'll see you after the halftime break.
In sport, there are the elite, the ones who give their all for a place at the top. They are the ones who rise to the occasion.
The 2019 Men's Open Australian Championships.
This is exactly what we wanted, putting men's netball on the map.
There's so many people that have come before us, there are so many people that are going to come after us, but we're part of that foundation, we're building it to be whatever it becomes.
You have to put your heart on the line and you have to be a team person first.
That was not good enough to me and you shouldn't accept it as good enough for you. Get on one-on-one.
Yeah, imagine a female then being told, well, sorry, you can't play AFL or you can't play cricket past this age. You'd certainly hear about it.
We continue to work so that no other 12-year-old boy has to hear that ever again.
So we've got the whistle to start the second half of the game. Queensland looks really cool, calm and collected, and Tassie are still in their huddle.
There's some fresh faces there on the court, I think.
Yes, we've got Damo still at goal shooter, Brian still at wing attack, Luke still at goal attack, Tim O'Rourke in centre now.
Goalkeeper's a fresh face.
Yes, James Smart into goalkeeper, giving... Who was our goalkeeper before? I'm just trying to think.
Ryan?
Oh, Ryan. Must be giving Ryan a rest. Yes, sorry. How could I forget that athletic goalkeeper that we have? Oh, my gosh. Alrighty, goalkeeper backline throw in for Queensland. They have their moves and Tassie sort of stopped that. They covered everything and wing defence ends up with the ball.
Yeah, I just noticed Alex once again followed his player and everyone else was playing a bit more of his own, but luckily Cameron was able to read that and came in and take that intercept.
Yep.
So.
And they capitalised.
Yes,
nice
right.
goal.
I think Coach Renee would definitely be liking Alex to pick up on that zone.
Oops. A little bit late there from James Adams. It's been a long week. You can even see the bruises on his legs.
Oh, yeah. Ollie, our goalkeeper, is just covered in them because he just goes everywhere.
Yeah.
He had a bit of an incident where he jumped pretty high and landed flat on his back and hit his head on the court and missed the game with a bit of a... Just concussion. In case he had a concussion.
Fair enough too.
But he's back bigger and better now, the big fella. So
player well-being's most important.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice long pass there. Risky, but it worked. From the back of the mid-third, right across two channels to the corner of the goal, the close corner of the goal third.
The coach in me would definitely like to see that as a shoulder pass, not a two-handed overhead.
Yes, that is true. Tassie's scored again.
Yeah, 30 to 24.
6 the difference now. Oops. And it looks like Tassie's come out firing.
Well, there's the athletic goalkeeper. It looks like he's coming back on again. He's come up to talk to the coach. All right, so we have Queensland shot. So Queensland, they're not doing anything wrong. They just need to think. They just need to let their head do some work as well and don't let the emotions take over. And just to keep control, and when they have possession, keep it. Well, it's a simple game for Queensland. They're in front. Score off your centre passes.
Exactly. And I always say that whilst ever you have possession, the opposition can't score. So if you pass backwards and forwards and reset a few times until it is right, it's better than taking the risk.
And you don't have to add the extra pressure from rushing the pass. So take your time.
Yes.
Find the option. And there might be pressure in front of you, but with communication and great movement, then the pressure doesn't have to be there.
That's right. That's where that smart game comes into it. You know, like you can be fast, you can jump really high, shoot really well, but if you don't think, you'd undo it all.
Yeah, and the netball brain, which comes with time, but the netball brain, you can see that stands out with the people such as Cameron. That has the patience on the pass. You'll barely see a rush pass from Cameron. So
that's good. Okay, something happened there.
Yeah, a bit of an arm in the back as he went for the ball.
Okay.
The old basketball shield. Unfortunately, Hamish was contesting with his player.
A three-way crash then, but I think the two Queenslanders took each other out in a way.
Yeah.
It was just lucky the umpire had made a call for them. And umpire's shaking her head about something, so something happened there.
There was a call out on the goal attack for the contact, and he'd actually played on and passed. And I think the question may have been asked, don't have to stand aside.
Oh, okay.
I think she might have missed that one there, but anyway, she got the whistle. It's her choice.
Yep, that's right. And that's what happens when players challenge the umpire or question or, give that look. It's putting pressure on the umpire, and that's how they make mistakes.
Yeah, like I'm a very good one for looking, and it looks like I'm questioning it. Half the time I am, but I'm generally looking to make sure what I've been called for. So that's well within your rights.
And you can't hear.
There's no point. Yeah,
we can't hear. It's so noisy. There's bells ringing and people cheering, and we can't hear easily what the umpires are saying.
Yeah. And I think as long as you can look and ask a question with your eyes as much as you like, once you start verbally questioning it, that's when you probably need to pull it in
exactly,
a bit.
Yeah.
And Tassie, another score with 32-26, 10 minutes to go.
We had an incident in a game earlier in the week. Luke Cameron, our goal attack from Queensland, I'm not 100% sure I can't remember what happened, whether he contacted, threw away a pass, but he sort of went, ugh. And I knew he was angry with himself because it was a silly mistake.
Yeah.
You know, it was an unforced error. And the umpire thought he was cranky with her, so gave him a warning or, you know. And it was like, oh, no. But he didn't look at her or anything. It was just like him going, I'm so frustrated. You know?
Bit of frustration and argy-bargy under the ring there. I think the goal attack probably needs to calm down a little bit.
Okay.
Young Hamish was standing well within his rights to box out. And unfortunately,
absolutely.
as a goal attack, you've got to get used to that.
You got to change it. You know, if they're doing something to shut you down, you got to try something different.
Well, it's a defender's job to get in your head, and unfortunately, I think Tassie is getting in under his skin there at the moment. So the change has been made, and Dunphy's back on.
Okay.
So interesting to see if the coach leaves him out on the goal attack out on court.
Might do, yeah. It might be given that chance to get his space back and get back into position. You know, sometimes you just need to play the ball and get yourself moved on.
Yes, that's right.
Oops, out of court. They've got to stop questioning.
I think that goal attack is doing it a bit too often at the moment.
That's right. And
potentially risking a caution.
Players shaking their heads. You can't umpire. You're there to play. And that was a bit of a setup because he ran 50-50. Right in front of him, I felt.
Yeah, definitely a 50-50 one there, and went Tassie's way. I think potentially the Queensland centre had his feet in the right spot. And knew where Ryan was running, so Ryan ran a straight line, straight into him.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely at that time of the game where we need a bit of composure and a bit of calmness.
That's right. It's getting tight.
Yes. And this is where the leadership of team steps up and we get everyone
settles
talking.
His team. Now we need that Queensland player to do it for their team. Just to settle. Keep it.
We haven't had a whistle. He's forgotten, unfortunately. And there we go. The umpires are human.
Bullet pass straight through.
Oh.
What was that?
Unfortunately, it was jumped from out of play to tip that ball.
Oh, I see. I see. I couldn't see behind the umpire in that. And another goal.
Yes. Brad's come back on after a bit of a rest and is definitely moving a bit for you by the look of him.
It's only for all the difference now.
Yeah. I know he's had some knee issues, so maybe a rest is what he needed, a bit of calm down. Hopefully James and him can get ahead of things.
This is where the concentration has to happen. Yeah, I tend to agree with the umpire's call there, even though James didn't.
Yes,
So animated.
Yes, but I appreciate how James, like you could tell he doubted the decision, but he didn't look at her and
he didn't.
And question her.
Yell at her.
Exactly. So he was able to walk away and make it clear that he didn't agree. But the disrespect. It didn't come into it, unfortunately. Fortunately, so.
And we've got Tim O'Rourke taking the court for Queensland in centre now.
They've had a heavy rotation in centre there.
Yes, I think the goal, the few penalties against the centre from Queensland, the coaches have chosen to take him out to just let him cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, he's not happy with the calls. So it's better to take him away and let him calm down. Put somebody that's not as frustrated on the court.
And I think the coach is making the goal attack change for Queensland there.
Yes.
I don't think it's for the fired up. I think they are. It's just not quite working at the moment. So he's making a positional change to help speed things up.
Yep. Now we've got Damien Gennaro on again at goal attack and Zach in goal shooter.
And that extra height does add and he's very fast.
Yes.
That makes it a lot harder.
He's a good playmaker. He's a real...
Oh, there we go. I was actually practicing that on the outdoor courts yesterday in the hope that I might have got a shot, but I do like that.
I've seen it a lot this Nationals. And
unlucky, Brad.
yes.
And that's where the pressure from the goalkeeper.
That's right.
And that athleticism. It was definitely made it harder for Brad to catch that.
That's right.
Normally safe hands, so.
So the umpire wants it in a specific place. Caleb Meredith, no clean, easy option. So he took the safe pass and passed back, which is smart.
Oh, there we go. And that's that risky cross court.
Never mind.
I think he felt the pressure from a couple of passes down the sideline and Tassie in the right spot. And I think that probably could have come forward in that space and it would have just been channel to channel rather than across court. So,
and so like I said, it's game 6. Day 6, game 11.
Yep.
They're tired, aren't they? And I think we're seeing that. And whoever wins this game ends up playing against New South Wales.
Yes, that's right.
This afternoon,
to make the grand final tomorrow.
That's right. So, as well as trying, like they've got to win to be in that, they also know that they've got to back up. So that's why this rolling subs is really, really important.
And New South Wales is sitting by the pool and recovering and resting and refueling and
I have to be honest, sometimes that can be a negative.
I agree with you there, Max. I really don't like having the time slot off. So
and you lose that momentum. It's different if you're carrying a lot of heavy injuries. That gives them time to recover. But sometimes just losing that momentum, not being in the atmosphere, it just takes you away. So we've got Tasmania 31 and Queensland 36. So, I just thought that was 2 blokes going up for a ball.
I did too. And like we said, we have seen some contests where we think it looks clean and the umpires are seeing elbow. But
and now Queensland just have to play smart, slow and smart.
Yes.
Actually, Brian doesn't know the word slow. He is a bullet. He's so far. Look, like even his passes, it's like bang, bang, bang. And when I was his coach, I remember having to say, you have to wait a second longer than everybody else before you take off because you get there too soon.
I think you met our mixed reserve version of that just before the young Mr. Matthew Charlesworth. He plays just like that.
Yeah, and which is fabulous as a wing attack because you want them to make that play and they're the ones that dictate what's happening.
Yes, that's right.
But sometimes the boys just aren't in position yet.
And there's that movement. That's that understanding that Tassie have.
That's right.
Where Brad was able to keep the defender in the right spot.
Yep.
And Alex was there as an outlet in time. And James just runs.
Oh dear.
There we go. So now they're worried about the movement, trying to stay in front, and they're getting the ball over the back. So
exactly.
2 points, 36-34.
So we've got another rotation about to happen.
I just called time for the ball in the court from show court. It'd be nice if the open men's kick the ball in their court, please. This is unfortunately the one court that happens regularly because the show court facing the wrong direction. So
I was commentating on court 1 yesterday, and we had 7 balls come on court. It was like, and the fellow commentating with me is like ball number 2, ball number 3, ball number 4, and we need a net between the two.
Yeah.
So big long bomb straight into the shooter from Tassie, and he scores again.
And that confidence.
2 the difference.
Yeah, the confidence Tassie has of moving that ball is actually putting the doubt in the defender's mind now.
It is. It's putting pressure on the Queensland side. They just have to have, trust the process. Have faith in themselves. They've all got the ability. Don't need to do anything silly. Just get it in there, get the job done, and that's what they did. So nice. Another little, just chip away at it.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it, guys.
I think unfortunately there's a couple of attitudinal faces that the Queensland are having after contests, and they probably need their leader to step up. I think the goal defence is their leader.
We've got Caleb Meredith, their goal defence.
Yeah.
He's one of our captains. Corey, the wing defence. Corey? No, Damo. So I think they've got sort of a defender, a mid, and a shooter.
Yeah, right.
Sort of.
Yeah.
A team of, oh dear. I know, umpire saw that.
Well, Cameron Martin, our wing defence, and Alex Beswick as our leadership group. But when you
Yes, leadership group, that's it.
and when you have players like James Adams, it's kind of a bit like he's pretty young compared to myself, but he's in there as a calm head.
Oops, he slipped.
Oh, unlucky.
I thought it looked like his foot came out from underneath him.
Yeah.
Though Corey's ended up with the ball. He was in a nice spot and was able to just pick off that loose ball.
And potentially Cameron chose to give away one of them professional obstructions there to slow the ball down a little bit and let the defenders set up. Well done, Oliver.
It's so hard to defend. I thought that looked beautiful.
Yeah.
But again, shooters just seem to just get that advantage. Like I said, if you go front, they go back. If you go side, they go the other side. You know, it doesn't matter what happens. They're going to outsmart it, and that's a smart shooter.
That's right. And that shot makes it 39-36, so they've brought it back a long way.
They have.
I think Queensland coach will be trying to calm his men down and getting them focused on the game. And
that's right. And in times like this, you've got to stop thinking about the opposition and start thinking about yourselves as a team.
Yep.
You have to say, you know, we've done the hard work. We know what we need to do. Let's just go and do it.
Yep. And
Don't keep thinking, they're pushing me, they're touching me, they're this, they're that. You know, you can't blame it. Just outsmart it.
Yeah, and I spoke to superstar coach Renee for Tassie just before about the man Mountain Oliver, and she said the same thing. We're just going to play our own game. So
exactly.
And I think that's definitely
go
what they're doing.
with what you know.
And that's why they're coming back. So
that's right. So we'll see what's going to happen in this last quarter.
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you when we come back.
Thanking our weekly sponsor, Harrison's Kitchens. Looking for a new kitchen, a fresco kitchen, or a custom joinery item? Harrison's Kitchens and Cabinets are celebrating 20 years this year. 20 years of supplying and installing true custom joinery with you in mind. Kitchens and joinery. All budgets, many material options with many special rates for the South Australian netball community. Look them up on Facebook, Instagram, or search up www.harrisonkitchens.com.au.
Okay, we're back. 3 goals to difference. You can see the Queensland defence end, they were just having a chat and you go here, you go there, you hold him that way. You know, they were all having a nice little team chat. Ryan's saying, you know, keep it calm, keep control.
They'll be definitely hoping at the centre that was goal attack, able to keep his calm and move that ball fluently.
Yeah, he's very passionate, Luke is.
Oh, it's great to see. There is nothing wrong with having some passion, and a lot of people will call it some other stuff, but it is passion.
Yep.
Being upset with yourself.
Under pressure, it can cross the line sometimes.
Yeah, that's right, and that's the thing we learn as we get a bit older. I'm a bit old, but I'm still trying to learn it. So.
Oops. Yes, that was obstruction, and Corey knew it too. By the way, he held his arms down. He was like, oops. Yep. Thinking about that. Yep, Ryan agrees with me. It's like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
He didn't have his athleticism.
I think James has managed to get his shoulder in there and potentially his chicken wing to slow the movement down. So
yeah. Use whatever assets you have.
Yes, that's right.
Queensland moved that ball quite quickly there. I mean, the umpire was struggling to get into position on time.
Yes, yeah, yes. The ball movement is phenomenal for this whole week. And you can tell by you just watch the umpire and they're chasing to see what's going on.
And you can see them sometimes in their break and they're like panting. They're running hard.
Yeah, well, they do get a break when the ball goes down the other end, but I'm pretty sure they're running more Ks than most people on the court, except for probably the centre.
That's right. So we've only 2 the difference now, but it's a Queensland centre pass. And the ball's been tipped and
Cameron.
Obstruction. Tasmania wing defence. Quick little pass in. Golotat looks for the refeed, but it was covered. And it's getting a little bit very tightly contested in there.
Yes, that's right. And I've noticed during the week that Hamish has missed the opportunity to kind of stay in front, but young Ollie in his wisdom actually scruffed him then and kept him in the position. So
yes. And neither team has anything to lose. Honestly, whether they win or lose, they should be very proud of their performances and how, like we said, every game's a tight one. So we're 41-38 at the moment, but it's still anybody's game right now, and it's the 4th quarter.
Well, that's one break and we're even.
So both teams have the right to be really proud, but neither have nothing to lose, Now they get a chance to go, and whoever wins plays New South Wales. The winner of that is in the grand final.
Yeah, that's right.
Bang, straight in, coming from 4th and 5th place.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was about to pass that straight to a Queensland player. Good hands, he held it in.
Yeah, young Ryan is, like I was saying before, being a 16-year-old on our first journey, he's come a long way. He had a bit of a break and took up running. He's achieved being the 2nd fastest man in Tassie, I think, behind Jack Hale.
Wow. And his centre.
Yeah, centre.
Yeah, so it come in handy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when he plays wing attack and can kind of dish and dart, it's impressive. Very impressive.
That's great.
And only a very young man. I don't think he would be much over 19 or 20 at the moment.
Oh, wow. It's amazing all the backgrounds that the men have. We've got a fellow in the team, Thomas, who runs marathons.
Oh, right.
And he's a bit injured at the moment, and he also does a bit of boxing.
Yeah.
We've got AFL players, ex-rugby league players, a basketballer in Zach, so it's quite interesting. I don't know if that was...
I think the Academy Award goes to Alex Beswick on that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, the nudge didn't match the fall.
And the wing defence didn't even get that contact on that one.
Okay.
I'll go attack at the stand side.
Oh, lovely
Great
shot
yeah.
by Brad. So Queensland just need to keep their cool. And there's another Academy Award as well, I think. So, we've got a few Golden Globes in our in our teams. But, great charge down there, Luke Cameron. It was a pass, got tipped, and he knew he had to back it up because everybody else was caught behind, with a defender close to them. So that was really good effort for a guy that's normally a goal shooter.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, time's been called.
Oh.
Somebody's getting...
On the wing defence.
Queensland wing defence getting...
A caution for persistent contact. Yeah, maybe if he'd got that last one on Beswick, maybe, but it was given to the goal attack, so...
Yeah.
Not sure he hasn't been in my eye anyway for doing that.
No, and he's just doing his job, I felt, but... Umpy sees it differently.
Yes.
There's still only 2 goals in it. It's 44-42. Queensland really playing it cool. I love this. I'm so proud of them. Just nice and calm, no risks. Tassie are really doing their job and really playing man on and shutting down all the options. So they have to... Queensland
great
have to...
touch by
dear.
Great touch.
That little bounce pass just wasn't perfect.
No, he's got some unbelievably fast reflexes.
Yes.
Ryan has. And James Adams with that split that most of the world knows. And the change has been made in centre.
We have Brian Williams going into centre and Luke Cameron's coming off.
pass. There it is.
And now it'll be even. We've got lots of cheering from the Tassie camp.
Yes, and an animated Queensland coach.
That's so we definitely need Queensland, or I definitely need Queensland to be cool, calm, and collected, and they were just then.
Yeah, and I don't think Tassie's spending too much energy to get this margin back. They've just pegged away nice and slowly.
That's right. They're trusting their process.
Yes.
Okay, no possession just then. We've got an obstruction call by the keeper. Again, when you read the rule, it says except at an intercept or pass. That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
You know, defend and intercept, a pass.
And then I think maybe the understanding of changing of the body is one thing that gets is probably a bit too grey in my mind. As a defender, when maybe sometimes you like to see the umpire realise that the shooter is causing you to change your body.
And in saying that, if a shooter was standing there holding their arms out, protecting their space, they're not really penalised.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
Yeah.
Often, sometimes, especially when umpires are learning to umpire, you always know the people that play goal attack or goal shooter too.
Yes. The Queensland coach has decided to go with a change here. And
he's doing another change up. Yeah, and he's giving Caleb a rest. I don't think Caleb's come off yet.
No.
So Corey's gone into wing defence and, they're doing a swap over. Corey's going into the circle and Caleb is going into wing defence in a moment. He's going to catch his breath.
Yeah, I definitely think you need his cool, calm head. He's been very, very vocal on trying to keep everyone calm and a pat on the back when needed. So
it's back to even, 47 all.
7.5 minutes to go.
Well, the wing attack's covered by Queensland, and nobody really giving the centre any, other options. So
well, definitely Tassie seem like they've got a little bit more energy.
Centre pass, and now Tassie's in front.
And this is where that pressure comes in. So Queensland need to keep their heads up and realise that it's still a lot of time to go.
That's right. Yeah, 6 minutes, a lot can happen.
Yes, that's right.
Great cover there by wing defence. Oops, no, she put him out of play. Goal defence, good stretch.
Good shot, Brad.
Tassie are up by 2.
I'm not sure they're going to be keen with just the 2. I think they're going to want to try and get more. Coach Renee's very reserved on the bench there, and she's, as she always is, got a lot of passion but doesn't show a lot of emotion on the bench.
Yeah, it's a skill that you learn over the years, isn't it? Because I remember many years ago a New South Wales coach, he was like freaking out on the sideline and yelling and whatever. And all his players kept sort of glancing over and I could see they were getting rattled.
Yes.
By his, lack of control. And I thought, I'm going to learn from that and not do that to my players. So I try and stay really calm.
Yeah.
For the same reason.
Yeah, I found coaching junior development in the girls down home. Sometimes I would say, we need one more, we're one down, we're one more the whole game, and they took to the end of the tournament to pick up that all I was doing is encouraging them to work at their best the whole time.
Yes, yes.
And they're like, what are you saying we're one goal down for? I'm like, well, because then you work a little bit harder.
That's right. Great tip there by Tassie goal attack James. But Queensland end up with possession, and now they've just got to finish off. Damo, he looked for a refeed because he wasn't safe. He fell.
Oh, great.
He didn't have a nice little zone.
And that's that break back.
And it's 49 all. Queensland centre pass. Honestly, the clock is going to decide who wins this game.
I think so.
Queensland just need to be safe and steady, and they are. You've got to keep moving to the ball when you get, even though we're tired and all players are tired, and you've got your player on you, when it's your turn to go, you've still got to be able to even at least step forward and put your arms out. You can't wait for the ball to come to you.
Yeah, that's right.
At this level, anybody can pick that off.
Yes. Yeah, and there's enough people who are close enough to you that are coming for you.
And athletic enough.
Yes.
And speedy enough to get there. Oh, great tip there by Caleb Meredith. He had his good hands over, jumped at the right time, and tipped it out of court. Slows Tassie down. Contact by Brian Williams. Tassie again, they're just passing it around as well. Queensland need to really stay on their players, which they did, the whole 4 of them. Forced a bad pass. And now Queensland get a throw in, and Queensland are up by 1 with 4 minutes to go.
Tassie needs to keep their composure and realise there is no one in their right mind in a final that is going to admit they tipped the ball out.
That's right, and the umpire's never going to change their decision. Doesn't matter how many dirty looks or how much yelling, they're not going to change their decision. If anything, they'll be a lot more determined.
Yes, that's
James is saying, me?
Yeah, they were both out.
Oh, okay. So Tassie just tipped that ball out. Queensland throw in. And contact goal shooter just. And Queensland still have possession. Like I said earlier in the game, possession means the oppositions can't score.
That's the one.
Doesn't matter if you...
Wouldn't mind seeing the umpire look at those elbows of Zach's in the back of the defender there. But they are moving the ball well, and fortunately they're starting to rattle Tassie. So this is, again, where the Tassie leaders need to step up and get everyone calmed down.
So they've taken Brian off at
Well
centre and put
up.
Jonathan Jagger on. Unfortunately, just forced a ball over the top, and Tassie got to that. And looks like we're going to have a new wing attack shortly. Who's wing attack? Laurie West, who's really a goal attack goal shooter. But
I think he came on to get that change that the coach needed. Because he didn't spend a lot of time out there.
yeah. And
nearly saved, just not quite caught or backed up there, unfortunately. Great effort, though, from James. But with 2 minutes 20 to go, it's 2 points difference, heading down Queensland's way.
Yeah, but they cannot rest on their laurels.
That's right. And we get that one.
Everyone, look at all the arms pointing in all different directions.
That one might
Everyone's
be,
got an opinion and not one of them agreed.
Yeah.
So Queensland defence, they need hands over everything. Yep, and keeping that tight. So the centre denying the space, trying to shut down their options. Unfortunately, he's offside. And they got this.
Great Beaton moving very well in the circle there.
The centre from Queensland just pushed at the wing attack from Tassie because he played tight.
Yeah.
It happens. You're going to have people competing with you. You've got to accept it.
Oh.
That was a hard call.
Yes.
And it's only 1 goal in it, and James can sink it from here. Oops, he chooses to pass.
Oh, unlucky.
Again,
Definitely
soft call. But for men's netball, it's a soft call.
It sure is.
And Queensland ended up with the ball through just being tenacious and not giving up.
To be honest, there was a very heavy look at the umpire instead of realising that the ball was still in play. So
yes,
and that's the one thing everyone should teach their juniors is to realise that you're playing until the whistle's blown.
Exactly. And Zach Dunphy from Queensland scores again.
I think there should be. There we go. 52.
I was going to say
2 points.
Yeah. The points should have gone up. Oops. Just nice and easy. That's it.
Yes,
just
Queensland won't be in a rush to do much there
basic job.
at the moment.
Don't overdo anything. Don't overdo the hold, the push, the jump, anything. And Zach Dunphy just dribbles that in again.
I think that might be the game, unfortunately.
16 seconds to go. 3 goals.
Oh
dear.
Worth doing, because if it happened real quick and in a quick break,
it's that risk.
Yeah, that's
again.
right. Yep.
Now this is where Queensland needs to do what the Swifts do. Just play the ball around. Oh, great reject by Ollie. Honestly, that was an amazing It was a good game.
Yes. Yeah, definitely a good game.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure whoever won that won't be looking very energetic this afternoon.
Yeah, no, they've really had. Sometimes I find that too. The preliminary finals,
Yes.
and even in the rugby league and stuff,
Yeah.
they're so tough. And then you get the grand final, it's like, huh.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, we made it.
Yeah, and that's where, like we said, New South Wales has got the morning off, so if they do the right thing and stay active and in the right space, they come in focused, or do they switch off a bit too much and Queensland goes in firing?
And Queensland's just used to that dig in,
Yeah,
dig
that's the
in,
one.
chip away.
And they were up and then had to protect being down,
Yep.
get back, and then they got the break when needed.
That's right.
Pushed through the adversity with the attitudes and some great leadership there. So.
And credit to Tassie, they've done a great job. And they were quite a bit behind at stages,
so.
and they came back. And that whole last half, I feel like they really controlled and kept the whole team in the game.
And they've got to keep their heads up. I mean, Tassie made 3 or 4 changes, which Queensland went through. Pretty much every player got on to try and fix issues and try and change things up. So that was very well fought, hard fought, and I think the coach from Queensland probably just made the changes when needed. But Tassie, I know they will definitely grow from this. I think pretty sure Renee's going to hang around for a while and
that's great.
Come back for a second nationals, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, poor James Adams, a bit disappointed. But when you put your heart and soul into everything.
Yeah. Oh, as the president, has been a coach, has been a player his whole life. His beautiful mother, he grew up with netball.
Yes.
And they are netball down Tassie, down in Hobart. Everyone knows who he is, and he just lives and breathes it. He's an umpire, he's a coach.
Wonderful.
At all levels. It's great to have people like that in the game, and hopefully Tassie can use the atmosphere that we've presented here with the 3 teams and build
experience,
and bring back more next year.
Exposed to the whole process.
That's the one.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Nick.
Yeah, thank you very much,
No
Max.
worries, and see you next year.
Around. Oh no, who knows? We might catch each other. I reckon I might end up commentating tomorrow, maybe. But we'll see what happens.
Okay, cool, excellent.
Hopefully enjoy the rest of the year and tournament. And we'll look forward to the dinner.
Yes,
it's always a good one.
Lovely. Well, that's it for us, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that game. And Queensland are through to play New South Wales this afternoon. See you later.
See ya.
In sport, there are the elite, the ones who give their all for a place at the top. They are the ones who rise to the occasion.
The 2019 Men's Open Australian Championships.
This is exactly what we wanted, putting men's netball on the map.
There's so many people that have come before us, there are so many people that are going to come after us, but we're part of that foundation, we're building it to be whatever it becomes.
You have to put your heart on the line, and you have to be a team person first.
That was not good enough to me, and you shouldn't accept it as good enough for you. Get on one-on-one.
Yeah, imagine a female then being told, well, sorry, you can't play AFL or you can't play cricket past this age. You'd certainly hear about it.
We continue to work so that no other 12-year-old boy has to hear that ever again.